planning on having a party one night. They got beer, Jack Daniels and pretzels, little red wine and some white. They were celebrating how they crucified Christ on that tree. But Satan, the snake himself, wasn't so at ease. Well, he took his crooked finger and he dialed the phone by his bed to call an old faithful friend who'd know for sure if he was dead. Hey, grave, Satan said, tell me, did my plan fail? Old Graves just laughed and said, the dude is dead as nails. On Friday night, they crucified the Lord at Calvary. But he said, don't dread, in 3 days, I'm gonna live again. You'll see, when problems try to bury you and make it hard to pray, it may seem like Friday night, but Sunday's on the way. A tranquilizer and a horror flick didn't calm Satan's fear. So Saturday night he called up Grave, scared of what he'd hear. Hey, Grave, what's going on? Grave says, man, you've called me twice, and I'll tell you one more again, boss, the Jew's on ice. The devil said, man, remember when Lazarus was in his grave? You see, everything was cool, then 4 days later, boom, he was raised. And now this Jesus is much more trouble than anyone has been to me. And it's got me shook, cause he says he'll only be dead 3. Whoa! On Friday night, they crucified the Lord at Calvary. Oh, but he said, don't dread, in 3 days, I'm gonna live again. You see, well, when problems try to bury you and make it hard to pray, it may seem like Friday night, but Sunday's on the way. Sunday morning, Satan woke with a jump, ready to blow a fuse. He was shaking from the tips of his pointed ears to the toes of his pointy shoes. He said, Grave, tell me, is he alive? I don't want to lose my neck. The Grave said, your evilness, maintain your cool. You're a wreck. Grave said, now cool your jets, Big D. My sting is still intact. You see, Jesus is dead forever. Man, he ain't never coming back. So just mellow out, man. Go drink up or shoot up, but just leave me alone. And I'll catch you later. Oh no, man. Oh no. Bounced a time or two, and an angel stepped inside, said, hey, I'm Gabriel, who are you? If you're wondering where the Lord is at this very hour, I'll tell you he's alive and well with resurrection power. Oh, on Friday night, tell you Sunday's on the way. Hallelujah!
The demons were planning on having a party one night. They had some whiskey and beer and pretzels, a little red wine, some wine. They were celebrating how they crucified Jesus on that tree. But Satan, the snake himself, was feeling ill at ease. Well, he took his crooked finger and down the phone by his bed, and he called a faithful friend, the grave, to see for sure if Christ was dead. That grave, Satan said, tell me, did my plan fail? The grave just laughed and said, don't worry, Jesus is dead as nails. Crucified the Lord at Calvary, but he said, don't dread, in 3 days I'm gonna live again. You'll see, when problems try to bury you and make it hard to pray, it may seem like Friday night, but Sunday is on the way. Tranquilizer and a horror flick didn't calm Satan's fear. So Saturday night he called up old Grave, scared of what he'd hear. Hey Grave, what's going on? Grave said, man, you called me twice. Now I'll tell you for the last time, boss, Jesus is on ice. Listen. Then Satan said, remember when Lazarus was in the grave? Everything was cool. Then 4 days later, Lazarus was raised. Now, this Jesus is much more trouble than anyone has ever been to me. He's got me shook, cause I heard him say he'll only be dead 3. Yeah, yeah. They took Jesus to Calvary, yes he did, but he said don't dread, in 3 days I'm gonna live again. You'll see, when problems try to bury you and make it hard to pray, it may seem like Friday night, Sunday is on the way. I see it. Listen, Sunday morning, Satan woke up with a jump, ready to blow a fuse. He was shaking from the tips of his pointed ears down to the toes of his pointed shoes. Hey, Grave, tell me, is he alive? I don't want to lose my neck. The Grave said, your evilness, maintain your cool, man. You're a wreck. The Grave said, now cool your jets, Big D. My sting is still intact. You see, Jesus is dead forever, man. And he ain't gonna never come back. Listen, so you just mellow out and drink up or shoot up. Leave me alone. And you know what? I'm gonna catch you later. Later. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, no! Somebody's messing with the storm! The storm was pushed away, and it bounced a time or two. And an angel stepped inside and said, I'm Gabriel, who you? Now if you're wondering where the Lord is,